Pod leader.
All the cycles.
Podcast. Spell backwards. Pod.
Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb.
Pod. Pod.
Leap. Dumb. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Pod Lead'em. Unless you're marathoning it for a second, third, or fourth time, in which case, welcome back to a rerun of Pod Lead'em.
That's Lead'em Pod.
Model pod. Girls build backwards. I have a good rewind voice. I'm JW Crump, and this chick is not so much.
I'm Lex Basile Price, and be fierce, be smize, tooch if necessary.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and I love women, and I'm very expertise in the women category.
No one can talk. No one can talk anymore. And this is finally Cycle 20 Episode 2. We made it. I hate this title. The Girl Who Gets Married Again. So I had to retitle it to The Girl Who's Special Because She's Not Afraid of Heights.
Yeah, but if you're not afraid of the heights we're reaching,
you
could go to podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/podleadum or click the button below and become part of the Lead'em Pod.
That URL
It's called clicking. Click.
That URL is becoming our CoverGirl commercial copy that you have to remember, the tongue twister within it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we start calling the button down below our Clicksole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make it fun. Somehow make it fun.
I'm here to say, Flixel started fun, stayed fun, because insane. This was one of those things, too. This is a good shout out for the Discord, because you can join our Discord also by clicking a Clicksole in the show notes, but there were already people saying, I can't wait until our host get to Flixel. And I was like, what is Flixel?
Oh, I remembered. There is this little section of my brain devoted to that grass waving.
But just tired, hyperlink. Wired, Clicksole. To become part of the Clicksole Lead'em Pod.
Get clicksolated.
You got a cyber dollar.
Y'all, we also want to take the time to thank all of our fans, all of our listeners, because this is officially episode 250.
What? We've been syndicated twice and a half.
Yeah, Raven's house wishes.
A quarter millennium.
Raven's home. Someone's going to be mad at me. Raven's home. She made the house into a home.
Yeah.
Just the one person that they will be very mad.
Yeah, JW, you have to remember it because you think of it. Ding dong, Raven's home.
But thank you so much. 250 episodes is
I can't believe we hit 250.
When I texted Lex and Hannah Jane that, I think I didn't believe it as I was typing it. I was like, I checked so many times because I was like, that's gotta be wrong.
Can't be right. But here we are together.
And you know what? We're all together. All of our genders on this podcast, we're all together. But previously on has decided in a British invasion style. Because we're still getting now a previously on, like the college edition, which was Tyra feeling the need to overly explain
Though we do also get a
is.
Traditional previously on the back of that.
Which is also a presently.
Yes.
Presently on.
Just the focus on these sexy guys.
Now there's hot guys, not uggo guys. The editing also was odd because it made it seem like Corey was on the girl's side because they said a sentence like,
"Is that odd, JW?"
I don't think that's off. I think that's on purpose.
It was just a funny thing because they were like, and the girls will never win or something, and it's Corey going, "Sorry, bitch." And I'm like, I love seeing more Corey, but was that the moment?
But also, he was clearly never saying that to a woman.
No.
I guarantee you not.
This previously is also interesting because they're trying to like sneak information in,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
not really saying it out loud. So they talk about a new prize package, but she doesn't say the words. We just get images of the prizes,
As though it wasn't set in stone yet.
including a snapshot of what Nylon thought was young Hollywood at the time, which is Ashley Benson, Jaden Smith, and Julia Garner.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Yeah.
one of the best reasons to revisit Top Model is to see what magazines thought was cool.
Mhm.
Truly.
We see it first here and get used to it because it's going to happen at every commercial break. But the aggressive knockout of the word cycle, as though we're not using this word anymore.
Men don't have cycles.
Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
Tyra's going through the change of life.
Here's also, in this previously presently on, this is our first actual mention of social media.
Mhm.
Yes. They
That
just
social
snuck
media
it
is
in.
going to be a component.
Also, the way that Tyra is insisting on doing it is saying social media is the fourth judge. Like how in a rom-com, like New York
Is
City
a-
is the third character.
Yes.
Which is also always confusing because it's usually accompanied with an image of Johnny or Brian Boy, and it always makes it seem like she means them.
Did Paul Marciano personally fund this cycle? Because he is getting airtime.
Yeah.
Except that he doesn't.
Sure. But he's
Because
just,
we never see him again.
he's the CEO. He's not even in creative control.
No, why would anyone care about this? He's not hiring.
No.
And I have a general question because Tyra's about to re-announce to them that they're going to be killed by being flung off this building in Guess jeans. And Phil is crying.
Why?
And
So?
biting his fist.
Is he terrified of that or still so happy that he made it on this show? Or a mix,
Hell,
a blend.
I thought we were about to hear that he had a debilitating fear of heights,
Yeah.
and then we get nothing.
No, and we get it from so many people.
But that is not as important as what is written at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
My backup quote of this program is previously recorded and all voting has ended. Please stop voting.
Don't vote, please.
Was last cycle so confusing they
Yes.
had to put that disclaimer?
Yeah,
up?
absolutely.
How many
100%.
times were they like, what the fuck? All these people go to the website and they're like, my vote's not getting counted. And they're like, it's done.
Stop the steal.
They had too many clips of Kiara being like, America, you vote now. That they're like, we need.
We gotta reel this back in.
Yeah.
I also loved as soon as Tyra announced social media, Nina goes, yes. Because Nina's like, I'm a weirdo. The internet loves a
Loves
little
Allison.
weirdo. I'm going to hula hoop my way right into their hearts.
The ADR, what was said here? Because the way
No.
they're showing these people react as though them crying and getting jazzed for social media, and the entire time it's ADR.
I think they were truly scared of this heights thing and the reaction that they had. Because imagine your emotions. You just got on the show.
Mhm.
You're so happy. You're so excited. You're meeting a person from Guess. And then they're like, here's super ridiculously dangerous thing. Also, there's clearly a storm a brewing, literally.
Yeah, on top of that, you're all freezing. Because
Oh,
Nina
yeah.
is literally shivering.
Mm-hmm. I love Gianna. I gotta say, this episode really sold me on Gianna.
Agree.
Storm, talk about storms. Gianna, the human storm, going, are we doing it in heels? And Tyra's like, uh-huh. And I want Gianna to be like, what are the guys doing it in?
Mhm.
Fuck you, Tyra. This is so mean and horrible. To make
Just let
the women
everyone do sneakers.
They could also
Just let
just wear
everyone.
boots.
Everyone can wear
Boots with
boots.
jeans. A
Boots.
classic pairing.
Boots is very Guess.
With treads, maybe. I don't know. Crazy.
Wild.
It was half the reason I thought they were doing Guess at first. I was like, oh, it's safe. You can wear any shoe with it's jeans.
Hmm.
Nope. The women are in high heels.
And then my backup quote is Tyra going, this is mind over matter because it is safe.
Convincing.
Imagine at any moment in your life someone telling you that, because I'd be like, so it sounds like it's not.
Mhm. So definitely I'm about to die.
And then we get new intro.
Oh.
Masquerade.
Yeah, so they
Models
filmed
on parade.
they filmed everything right after that initial Eyes Wide Shut runway, apparently.
It seems like the same location and costuming.
Tyra is tooching that ponytail too much.
Pooching?
Yes.
I will say I prefer it to last cycle.
I agree.
Agreed.
I agree
And
with
there
that.
are some cute moments. 2 standout, actually fun moments is Jordan with the little mustache.
I hated that, but sure.
But that to
It
me that was
stands out.
so cute. And
I
then
thought
Corey,
Jeremy just pointing and flexing was perfectly Jeremy.
yeah, true. He was like,
This is
I have
what
no
I'm
idea.
bringing to the show.
And then I loved Corey at the end hitting the little chandelier
So
and going,
mean, though.
ow.
That was so
Yeah, why
mean.
does he have to be the goofy one? Why is he the only one?
I think because he's, again, actually got a personality. He's actually
Fair.
funny. So the show's
Yeah.
like, we gotta show something.
My standout ones for me, and not in a great way, were Chris H's bow tie, like playing with the cords of his hoodie.
I wish he had had the courage to do the full little kid hoodie and just like stuck it in his mouth and chewed on it.
And Kanani does full magical girl transformation of like
Yeah, she does.
spins. And then also Bianca and Gianna have the same motion. They both do a hair flip.
Yes.
So they're just Gianca, huh?
Oh, power duo.
Gianca and Bianca.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think that I'm going to pitch something for intros that we're never going to get. We got a 2-part audition episode. We got a decent amount of backstory.
Yeah.
I wish we got a cute little thing for each of the contestants that referred to their story. Like, I want Mike eating an ice cream and throwing it away. I want short Chris to like be out of frame and pop up.
I want Chris H to come home and be like, "Where's mom?"
I think of you every morning at the bus stop. I also want to talk about Tyra's sunglasses very quickly.
Please.
With the whiteout on the
Mhm.
lenses, ANTM on one lens, and the other is just guys, girls. You couldn't put a tiny little plus sign in there.
Good girls.
Also, why isn't it almost like a New Year's glasses and make it 2XO or something? Like, there's a way
She hadn't
to like.
thought of that yet.
No,
guess.
no.
But her fingers have thought of it less.
Also, I do not appreciate the no.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, oh, I know where the guys are at. They're right there.
You're screaming at me. Boys in the house.
Yeah, but again, at least we get names.
Mhm.
I agree.
Everyone is in it.
I just
Uh-huh.
wish. Oh, but we get names, but a new name for one of the contestants because Alexandra in the credits is Alex.
This happens mid-episode. I was like, that's weird. I wonder if there's a rebrand moment, and also why not for the Chris's if that's
I'm
going to
just
happen.
gonna say we have 2 Chris's and she needs to change her name.
You'll notice in this episode, she always refers to herself as Alexandra, and
Uh-huh.
Tyra just stops.
I think she can't remember which it is.
Mm,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think she's
just
like,
finesse that through, baby.
you gotta say that, we talk about the Sarahs, we talk about the Britneys, we talk about Ebony's, we talk about repeated
But
names.
there
We've
is-
had a lot of Alexandras or Alexandrias.
We have a fan email for a future mailbag that's gonna make all of that very clear to you.
Amazing.
Gonna dangle a little fruit for you for the future mailbag.
Future bag.
Future bags.
I had an ominous note when we head back to
Oh no.
when we head back to the group. I said, seriously, I don't know if I'll be able to differentiate Gianna and Bianca until makeovers. I don't have to worry about it.
I was sad for JW
I
because
know.
Queer Chris says, I am your Southern rebel. And I was like, oh, that's our top model basic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think this is unfortunately my least successful top model basic, but I wrote, oh no, not Chris S. backstory, not the Southern rebel, not a loving, supportive mother. I was like, this is all the signs of a first boot.
Was Chris S. flirting with that cute dresser that he had?
Yes.
I think he was like shooting a tiny shot, just a little like pew pew, little, just in case.
Bianca says that she's been modeling for as long as she can remember. not specific.
Well,
Gerber baby vibes.
maybe she has a bad memory and she just remembers what happened 3 days ago.
I don't remember not modeling.
Yeah, maybe this is a memento situation. If we start seeing tattoos on Gianna, we will know the answer.
Also, we get an out of nowhere additional backstory for Mike, which I'm going to argue is the backstory Mike wishes the show would talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Which is he toured with bands. He had long hair. He was like a
scene
rock and roll
haircut.
guy.
Oh, that haircut was such a time capsule. It was so good.
And he literally in his talking head says something like, "But I was discovered in my ice cream truck." And you're like, "Oh, Mike, you know what's happening in real time."
This episode gives us a lot of Marvin. Marvin is also giving all of us way too much Marvin. And he asks the judges, Kelly, Johnny, and Brian Boy, if they are allowed to get with the girls while in the house.
Get with is such a
And also asking the judges for permission. Like, that's the only thing standing in your way. Yeah, like there's a 4 on the floor rule that you want to check out.
But also, I'm going to say he made the right choice, apparently, because Kelly's all for it. Because her response is not like, maybe you should think about modeling. Instead, it's, well, who do you want to date? Who's your number one girl?
It's so fascinating that the judges, specifically Kelly and Brian Boy, ask the women who the competition is and ask the men who they find hot.
Renee wants none of Kelly or Brian Boy.
No. Renee also wants none of Jordan in this competition because Renee said, "I'm going to be second place if I don't get rid of Jordan."
Mike likes Bianca because she's a young, flirty girl. Cool.
And remember that Mike is the oldest person here.
9-year age gap.
We remember because Mike keeps telling us their age gap, which is an odd way to go about this.
Your choice.
Yeah, Marvin likes Bianca, Bianca likes Mike, Mike likes Bianca. But at least Johnny's hat says vertical.
Perfect paragraph, Lex.
Leah continues to be a queen.
Yes.
By just...
Oh my God.
She says to Kelly, "I don't hear very good things about you."
I will say, Kelly was giving Interview Tyra a run for her money when
really
she says, "What are you going down the side of the wall tonight?" What?
But on this Clea thing, I love that Clea's like trying to figure it out in real time because Clea's like, to Kelly, she's like, "Maybe it's your tone." And I'm always going to be on Clea's side. I'm vibing. But I love that Kelly was like, "I didn't ask for this feedback."
Well, but I think it's literally throwing back in Kelly's face exactly the questions Kelly's going around asking.
100%.
It's very much Clea being like, in a different way, being like, "Clea didn't ask for your advice, Kelly. You seem mean."
Ooh, and fully calls her the B word in a talking head. Clea doesn't give any shits about winning. I need to be honest with the two of you about something. Need to be vulnerable, need to be brave. I need to remind the listeners that I haven't watched past this particular episode. In this episode, solely, I kind of started to like Dawn. Let me explain. I feel like Dawn was one of those people who, what he says is just trying to be cool, but his actions are actually always pretty normal.
Sure.
I actually appreciate that he was like, "I have PTSD," because apparently he described as brutally attacked in 2009. And so because of that, he's like got a real problem with any time he feels like he's out of control. And we've seen a lot of people afraid of stuff on Top Model for good reason. The fear in his eyes doing this read differently. This wasn't, "I'm scared of like, because I'm just scared of heights." This looked like pure terror as he was putting stuff together. Like he was going to fall over at a moment's notice.
Like, has exited his body.
And it really endeared me to him that he is someone who's oddly vulnerable when he's talking about himself.
I just wish he would get rid of and he kind of does it this episode mostly. But that facade, this like,
I wonder if we're going to see it shaven away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because as a person, he does seem pretty chill so far, which is a nice counterpoint to a lot of the men in this house.
Marvin,
And a big part of it's he's paired with Marvin, and he's like the juxtaposition of Marvin. So it's like, maybe I'm just into that. And then, y'all, we get a, quote, supermodel challenge judge that says some of the wildest quotes in this episode. And also, I'm going to tell you right now, has some bizarre facts about herself.
Oh, can we each say our favorite one?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Her name is Jessica Hart.
Yes, Rob Evans, after raiding Mr. J's closet for a skull
watch, yeah.
introduces Jessica Hart. My favorite fun fact about Jessica Hart, according to the Wikipedia, is what she named her children.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them is named Baby Ray, Baby-Rae, and her second one is named Glorious.
Wow.
Baby Ray and Glorious Hart? Kirkham? Either way.
I just realized that there's the potential that their name is Glorious Heart.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite things about being the son of a kindergarten teacher is that every year she'll call me and tell me her favorite names of her students. Because, as we know, names change, evolve, and some parents like to get creative. And there is a pair of children, I believe my mother had both of the kids, very, very Christian family. One of their children was named Warrior Divine.
Okay.
And then the second one was named A Blessin'.
A Blessin'?
A Blessin'.
Was there an apostrophe at the end?
I don't think there was an apostrophe at the end. I think it was A apostrophe capital B Lessin. But I was just like, honestly, those are both such powerful names to me.
JW, isn't that what you also refer to as your genitals as at one point? Your blessing?
That's what my mother refers to them as. When we were much younger, she was like, that's someone's blessing.
Wow, I wish we had time to unpack that. Go ahead, Alex.
It's positive, I think.
It is positive. My favorite fun fact about Jessica Hart was because she's referred to as one of the biggest Victoria's supermodels out there. And that's because Heidi Klum, Carolina Kurkova, and Adriana Lima were all pregnant at the same time. And then they had to use her.
Yep.
Hey, a win's a win. And my favorite thing is that she's got the rudest picture in history on her Wikipedia page. It is her in 2011 at a race drinking a Powerade, and she looks terrible, and she's mid-sip. Why? She's a model. Why?
Maybe she wants to be shown as real and also got paid by Powerade.
Rob pulls a key out of nowhere, and we get reintroduced to the Tyra Suite, which now has a guest closet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nina says something that we did not hear.
Uh-huh.
And it makes me wonder if Nina is trying to secret this into existence. Because she says, and you get to keep a head-to-toe outfit? And I'm like, they didn't tell you that, Nina. She's like, I get to keep it.
I love the thought of Nina if she ever gets the Tyra Suite just like layering up.
She's like, I'm really cold.
Outfits on.
Head to toe.
I don't know if y'all got this feeling, but now the Tyra Suite has real fuck vibes.
Oh, yeah. We'll see it more when we actually see the suite.
Anytime there's a bed that's not a rectangle.
Also,
I'm sorry, those are sex vibes. A heart, a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
blue moons. Any charm, any lucky charm bed.
Also, I think this is slightly a new key because this key.
I know what you mean, but it's so funny as if, like, it's not the same lock.
This key.
They had to change the locks because one of the last cast took it.
They made a copy. This key in the teeth has a heart. Like the shittiest Kingdom Hearts keyblade. Why was it not TM, which number one looks like teeth and would also be appropriate?
Yeah, I would have even, if it was a T, just the T because of Tyra Suite or whatever. Yeah.
That contributes to the fuck pad vibes though, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then we do a hard cut to Hard Rain. And
oh my God.
Jessica's face.
She's like mentally thinking about whether or not she's going to be liable if somebody seriously injures themselves.
It's when it's raining so hard that everyone in the audience needs a full-size umbrella. it's raining too hard.
When did they get these umbrellas? Because these umbrellas still have price tags on them.
Oh, I think it started raining and a PA had to run out
I
to
hope a
buy
street
umbrellas.
vendor had a really good day. I hope they bought
I hope so.
that vendor's full stock.
Because they're all at the same umbrella, too.
Oh, I have a street vendor story, if I may.
Of course.
When I was a personal assistant, there was this ritzy ditzy party that we did, and it was chilly, and it was on a rooftop, and the one of the people in charge, not the person I was direct assistant for, but someone else was like, we need pashminas for everybody.
Oh my God.
We need to give away pashminas.
Emergency pashmina.
And I was like, okay, but it's 9 p.m. Like, most stores are going to be closed. And she was like, go to a street vendor. Here's cash. And she gave me like, and I went to a street vendor and I was like, I need 50 pashminas. And they were like, what? like rightfully suspicious.
Is this a
and then
prank show?
Yeah. And then I just gave them the money. And the look of joy on that street vendor's face was like, oh, I get to
close
done for the night.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take a weekend.
Then we meet Casey Adams,
who's a real person.
Who
Yes.
works.
Mhm.
That
Yes.
IMDb is fully loaded.
I was just so happy that we got a professional who walked them through what they were going to do. Now, I don't know if he was told about high heels, but
Well, here's a fun thing, though. He is now owner of Brand X Stunts.
Ooh.
And like Hannah mentioned, has worked for like every show and movie
Yeah.
that's aired. My favorite, too, because you don't think of them as having stunts, is he worked on Glee and Bones.
Bones, all 1,005 episodes of Bones.
And Chris S. is so nice and positive and helping Nina. Just like doing that positive, like, we got this. We can
Well,
do
we
this.
saw it on the other runway, too.
Good
Yeah.
partner. Very good partner.
This feels so forced, and I realize it's not, but it feels like the people at the top were not as nice as Casey Adams, because they seemed like they were shoving them off.
And if they did, in fact, tell Nina not to look down, how?
The first step is leaning forward slowly.
This also, we didn't talk about, so they have like guest banners. That also looks very slick. Like,
I think it made it worse. There's no
In-
texture, probably.
in the best of
definitely
conditions.
yes.
In the best of conditions, this was going to be slick. And then this added scream when Nina falls.
Look, Nina falls, and the show tries to make it look very dramatic, and is immediately undercut by the fact that everybody but 2 people fall at least
Yes.
once.
It was a good cut to commercial, though. They had some good cuts to commercial
Yes.
in this episode, because I was like, you saw her fall back, so you know she's fine.
But
But
she
you're
also
just
looked-
like, oh.
She also looked yanked back into an abyss. Like a Dracula extermination challenge of just like,
They also have a shot of Brian Boy looking joyful.
oh, he is enjoying this.
It's gross.
And also, we can point out now, someone didn't stay for the runway show.
Oh.
Hmm.
I love that the post-production team is having fun doing talking heads in different ways.
Yes.
Because we get both split screens, like Nina talking to Nina,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also get tiny talking heads of people
I
like
like that
Mike
too.
talking about himself. And I was like, that's a good use of that.
Little insets.
Yeah.
Did we, how do we feel, because I loved it, about Nina pretending to walk on the wall, of just moving her little feet like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Perfect. Sell it.
Done.
And spoiler alert, happy Pride Month, the gays are the only men that can walk down this wall.
Krista, great job.
Chris,
Yeah.
Hair looks amazing.
and because he goes first, do you think more people are going to be successful and Nina's going to be the one tippy tumbles? But no, it's practically everyone.
He also seems extremely experienced and
Mhm.
clear-sighted about himself as a model.
Sure does.
hmm
Jordan and Chris H.
Well, first we get Phil and Kanani,
Sure.
who both fall and scoot, which is my favorite thing that people do when they fall, because that's exactly what I would do. I'd be like, on my butt.
You,
And in Phil's defense, he's never worn shoes that weren't duct taped together, so he didn't know what he's doing.
His feet are numb.
Is this what shoes feel like? Ah!
Jordan and Chris H are terrible. They keep falling. And then their arms are also like out as though that would help balance them.
Oh my gosh, Chris Ace's full zombie arms is the funniest thing. Because even if you're going to do that, I feel like you would do a T pose like
Yes.
out to
Well,
the
that's what
side.
Jordan does eventually.
Yes. Jordan also gives it to the show by saying, the men have sneakers. while the women have platform heels. So twice now, Gianna and Jordan have said, this is not equal.
I did think Jordan looked really hot on the actual regular runway, because we do get an actual regular runway where everybody removes their denim trench, because everybody gets a denim trench.
To hide all the rigging.
And we actually see clothes and walking.
I think she looks great, and I think she looks like one of the more classic, like what Guess would probably use.
For sure.
It's so funny to me that Guess is a brand that I recognize, but I can't tell you one thing about any of the clothes. Like, it's very general clothes that they all wore.
It's more a vibe, right? I would say Guess is like kind of like sexy.
Sexy casual, yeah.
Clea screaming the whole way.
My favorite wild Jessica Hart quote, "Oh, she's screaming."
The disassociation that happens slowly of Jessica being like, calling her lawyer in between things. Like, did I somehow help conceive this?
I thought Don's imitation of Clea was pretty funny.
Actually funny.
No, oh hell no. Just
Kelly, we did not mention, is backstage watching the footage and is a real shithead still to Alexandra, who does the smart thing of pushes her hair back from her face, and she's like modeling. She says, "Don't touch hair. That's not modeling.
Here's a little modeling tip. Let's not touch our hair."
Tell that to Tyra.
Tell that to someone who's not walking vertically.
Yeah, her hair's literally covering her entire face, and she was probably like, well, I think people will probably want to see my face.
No, it was so smart, and she did it like she still could walk, kind of.
Yeah, I thought it looked model-esque.
Yep.
Though Kelly's impression of Mike's walk was not inaccurate.
Well,
although that side eye from Johnny as he's like doing his job, being professional, and then just like flings that side eye Kelly's way.
Because all her job backstage is just to mock people.
That's talent. That's not production.
We skipped over Corey and Gianna because Corey really kills it and will not get any credit. Does some gorgeous collar work while walking down the building.
Yeah, he and Chris, like I said, he and Chris are the only two men that actually like walk and don't fall.
And Corey also does a commercial for Guess in a talking head while he's walking down. He's like, the clothes are fabulous. I feel great. I feel sexy. I'm like, Corey knows what he needs to do to make this happen.
And then we have the save, the greatest save from Renee, who falls into like a squat and then stands back up.
Ow. Just makes it look like a step.
Uh-huh.
I will say, though, the Renee part started with weirdness because she, out of nowhere in the edit, says that her grandmother died 9 years ago, and she does it as she's starting to walk down. I was like, from falling?
But then it just becomes, and she told me I could do anything.
And
My
you're like,
grandmother
oh.
also fell while doing a modeling down a building.
Saw this for me.
And I don't know if this is controversial, but I think Bianca made a fine enough choice. I mean, it wasn't like what the brief was, but her posing because she just couldn't stand up and deciding to just let the cord slowly descend her while she was trying to model. I was like,
what else are you going to do?
I mean, she made a choice.
Yeah.
Marvin also does do pretty well. Marvin also manages some collar work.
Maybe queer. So
Maybe queer. Mm-hmm. Although it also then looks like he tries for a kiss on the runway.
yeah, I don't like this at all.
Gross.
Also, we skipped it, but Jessica Hart agrees that Renee is stunning. It's just like,
she's pretty.
She's so pretty.
There is something very funny to me about someone who is a supermodel of that status defining someone else as pretty, because that must mean that person is just stunning in real life. Because theoretically, Jessica's seen hot people all the time.
At work, every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to the kind of critique, Rob has the people who are bad, Bianca and Mike.
You just let them drape you down, is what he says.
And Bianca was like, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And then the top two were Marvin and Renee.
Because not gay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Renee definitely deserved it. I think
Yes,
at
Renee,
this
yes.
point,
Renee for sure
I
deserved
think at
it.
this point they were trying to do a top
Male woman. No, I'm not angry at Renee.
Yeah. No. I the critique was heard for sure.
Yeah.
This episode shows us in so many ways how much this program has bought into Marvin.
It sure has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the show and the people within the show are trying
The
to sell
judges.
us on Marvin.
Uh-huh.
That's why it's funny when Marvin then gets a talking head about just needing clothes because he doesn't have many. I was like, oh, well, he'll probably win. Why would they edit that in? And then Renee wins, and I'm like, ooh.
When we get back to the house, we get the challenge scores.
The biggest scoreboard
Well, there's 16 of them.
ever.
I can't wait to see if we will ever get a 10 for a challenge again.
Right?
Apparently, yeah. So the scores are Renee 9, sure. Marvin 8. Makes sense that they're the only two.
Mhm.
Then all the people that got 7. Chris S, yay.
Mhm.
Corey, yay.
Yay.
So at least they were
Yeah.
seen as the top ones.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
Wild.
Bill,
Wild.
Nina.
How did Nina? I guess they gave her because she was first.
Yeah.
She
And then-
recovered.
And Alexandra got a 7.
And then the 6s were Clea, Chris H, Dawn, Jordan, Gianna, and Kanani. And then the only 2 5s were Bianca and Mike.
And Mike is surprised by this, even though he's already been informed that he was the worst of the day.
Yeah. I love the gradient on this board. That the
Mm.
people in trouble are in the black.
Ombre.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool.
And Mike calls Bianca Bianchi.
Well, he's already drunk.
Well,
Corey then says, hey, congratulations to Renee. And then someone goes, and Marvin too.
yeah.
For a second,
Sure. Number one of the penises.
Renee picks Kanani because Renee is not here to fuck around. And then we head into the scariest
But I
Tyrus
had a
suite.
question, though. I guess they can technically pick any
I
gender.
think they can.
Mhm.
I think that's the intention.
Last
And Renee
week-
said, like, no.
No,
No.
thanks. We talked about the big round bed already.
Uh-huh.
Making it even worse is the Tyra graphic directly above it, like she wants to watch you.
The Tyra ghost that's haunting.
Yeah, especially since the eyes glow green. I'm like, are those peepholes?
Yeah, it's very last season, the ghost of the manor that kills people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Sophie.
It's also so bright.
Ugh.
It's Tyra yellow and
There are
white.
also- So we have this stylized logo of Tyra that we see at the end of every episode now. But then on the walls, there are stylized drawings of each of her facial features.
Yeah. In like a halftone.
Deconstructed Tyra, if you will.
They gave up on the wall affirmations because they're only in part of the room.
They're mostly the same as last cycle, although there is a booty focus
Yeah.
to the new quotes. Because we get, my mission is beauty and booty.
No.
And love your beauty, work your booty.
I do still love Smize, you're fierce. As Tyra's version of Smile, you're beautiful.
There is also,
Hey,
and I really hope we
Smize,
get
you're fierce.
I really hope we get more information about this in the future. There is some kind of petite terrarium on a
know what it is.
freestanding
I know what
lucite
it is.
table. What is it?
Okay. It looks like something you'd put like Snow White's heart or a dagger in, but
Mhm.
that's the key house. That's where the key lives. It's key sized and there's a velvet
This
pillow
is where the
in it.
key sleeps.
It's the key bed.
Night night key.
There's also one cow print floor poof.
I love the one cow print poof.
That's where the other person has to sleep.
There's also blue. What the hell is this blue carpet? What is this blue circle carpet that matches
on
nothing?
top of the carpet.
On top of the carpet around the bed.
Y'all, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna miss the fun 9 West shoes. I am.
Yeah, I will say this closet is good though. Like
Yes.
This is a way better model basics full clothing closet. To Nina's point, it's a head to toe look. But I just like, realized I was like, oh, we're not going to see any like fun shoes because you know what? So many things sponsor so many shows, and I think this was the first time I was influenced. I was like, Nine West shoes are pretty cool,
Right?
What, the blue fly accessory wall never did it for you?
Sorry, y'all, I never went.
I don't love the spy camera in the guest closet.
I also don't like the spy camera.
Kind of
No, it
feels
feels like they want
maybe
kissing.
models kind of feels like maybe Model's last cycle had some private time in the closet where they just didn't have to be on camera, and the show was upset about that.
Yeah. And it also feels like now it's such a classic thing for like bathrooms and closets to have that one camera and us to cut to grainy footage of two people making out in reality shows. And I'm worried that's their intent.
Yes.
On a nicer note, I like Chris S's silly top knot.
I do too. I wrote that note too.
Yeah.
We're also getting we're not going to focus on it in the show, but we're going to see a lot of a cute relationship between Chris S and Renee.
Yes.
They're constantly hugging, leaning on each other. Love it for them.
Like, I love that Chris S, when they were getting their critiques afterwards, it was Chris S was hugging both Renee and somebody else. Like,
I think
clearly everyone's very comfortable with Chris S.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. On the other side of that, we have
perfect transition.
Marvin
having a going out of business sale.
Walking down the hallway with his bros saying, I have one condom in my possession and it expires this week. This is a competition for you as well.
Before we get into this, to me, is the worst part of the episode, besides some judging comments. At least everyone is not taking him seriously. So at least if you're watching this, the implication, the heavy implication is this is not a cool way to be. Because literally at some point, Clea says, get the fuck off me.
I wish he seemed to understand that a no is a no. Because he sure doesn't.
No.
He doesn't. No. He thinks this is like, it's like, that like gross time when pickup artists were a thing.
Yes, this
and it was
feels
just
exactly that.
And the phrase hard to get makes my brain melt, because I'm like, hard to get means not interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not hard to get, and you don't need to keep pestering them.
Yeah, Marvin is the definition of a sex pest in this scene.
Yes.
Literally just pestering people. Pestering people.
The most I've ever appreciated Phil so far is that he manages to make it fun.
It seems like he diffuses the situation.
Yes, very effectively.
And actually it was funny, because this whole thing happens where Don makes a joke, I think also trying to like...
To diffuse,
to be like, he only needs 5 minutes, everyone, don't worry. And then Marvin is like, yeah.
Call me 5 Minute Marvin.
Not a selling point, honey buns.
Well, I think Marvin thinks that it only takes him 5 minutes to get a boner, but doesn't realize that Don is saying he only lasts for 5 minutes.
100% what I think too. I was like, oh, you're so confused about what's happening here. And like, there's a part of me that always pities anyone who's been blatantly being made fun of in front of himself, but he's causing all of it.
Yes.
So it's like, whatever. But then at the end, what you were discussing, Phil goes, 5 minutes, I'd do that. Marvin, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And Marvin goes,
for me.
yeah, good pitch. Because not a single woman in that house
is interested in him.
It's even interested. And like, Clea pushes.
This jumps is the worst on top part, of Clea.
And does the wrist arm grabby.
Touching without consent.
And like, I don't feel like you have that relationship with Clea. Not that it would make it okay anyway, but it's not like someone it seems like you were buds with.
I also really dislike that in this episode we just get two men focused on Bianca, one of the youngest people there.
Yeah.
And the competition is, it's that classic bad dude thing of, well, one of us is gonna win her, so it's not about Bianca liking me, it's about me being more liked than this other guy.
It very quickly becomes a my girl. It becomes a
possessive.
lot of possessive.
Mm-hmm.
But what's funny is that I think age gap, murky creepiness aside, I think Mike and Bianca actually do like each other.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
He, except for pointing out the age gap, is way less creepy with her.
Yeah, I actually don't think he does anything that creepy to her at all.
Mm-mm.
Tyra Cop with animated hair.
A cat, all cops are Tyra.
But she has like military badges and a TSA hat.
See, I was gonna go A-tab, all Tyras are bastards.
There was a time when Tyra Banks really liked this whole almost dystopian cop vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But we see our first of what will become Flixel.
Oh my god.
And honestly, it looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah. This is a good use of it. And I thought...
It seems like maybe they put more time and money into this one.
With a sponsor also, probably. Because we'll also find out we're going to get OG Tyra photos before panel. A thing I never thought we'd see for the rest of our lives.
To make it to the top is a lifelong commitment. Why were life and long capitalized?
And then they're so bizarre. Super Christian Jeremy goes, top commitment? What's that? And I'm like,
I think
you should know.
Super Christian Jeremy thought for a second that it was top commandment and was trying to figure out which commandment was the most important.
The best part is someone, when Jeremy screams that and then realizes it makes no sense, one of the women goes, you were so excited about that.
It was Jordan, because Jordan is always there lurking to give Jeremy a little bit of shit.
Hates Jeremy.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
No, if you've seen the show, I'm scared of cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
So we head to Guadalupe Wedding Chapel, which is now the Jesus Christ is the Lord Universal Church.
Long title for a church.
Very long.
I
Tyra,
like a building that has its mission statement as the title, though.
No mistake of you wandering in there.
No, this isn't a crossroads.
New beginnings. Tyra has her sorority bump on.
It just grows and grows until by the end of the episode, we're at full Mars attacks passing as human hair.
Johnny's hat says, do you? And the back of his tuxedo shirt says, just married.
Oh. And then we get the weirdest, most bizarre, confusing brief, because they're going to do... Tyra goes, you're all getting married today.
And I did not understand why they were so confused, because it makes a lot more sense now since they were in an actual wedding chapel.
Uh-huh.
Because Nina goes, legally?
Uh-huh.
And then there's this weird ooh. And Tyra's like, no, not legally. I'm like, Tyra, just be like, oh, no, not legally. Fashionly or whatever.
Right.
Fiercely married.
And then DJ Splits appears for a second. Because you're getting Wicca Wicca remixed married.
The types of weddings that the show is about to try to pass off.
This is so...
broke my tiny little brain.
This is so classic top model.
Alternative weddings.
The fact that we're gonna get...
This is the future that the left wants.
They were trying so hard to come up with so many, and they clearly came up with 3. And they were like,
And some of them, they don't know what they mean.
Even the most normal one, they have no idea what it means.
You know what would have actually been a good idea? I thought about this. You would think, and I was kind of glad that in this episode, here and there, this wasn't true, that every single photo shoot would be a guy with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Every single photo shoot for the whole cycle. I think it would have actually been interesting to make them all same gendered couplings.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And to be actually tricked you, you're posing with people from your gender or whatever.
And be like...
And make it a little competitive.
Yes, and you could then throw in a socially conscious awareness in there.
Yeah, and
But we
oh my
can't
gosh.
do that because, as we will see, the point of this episode is to praise straight men for
Touching.
indicating gayness and to be mean to gay men for not being straight enough.
And they're not even subtle about it.
No.
It's like they kind of just said what you said, Hannah.
And then we're told that every photo this season will actually be a flixel. And when I did some research about what that meant, I found out 2 wild facts.
Ooh.
Here is from Flixel's website.
Oh boy, oh boy. Because it should be said, Flixel is like Kleenex. It's a brand name. Because if you do a little bit of Googling, I think the generic name is actually Cinematograph.
It is. It is a cinematograph.
Mm-hmm.
But Flixel is one of their investors is our own Tyra Banks.
So I've been doing America's Next Top Model for 19 cycles. And for 19 cycles, we've had fantastic, beautiful, wonderful photos. But they were still. They were static. They were just photos. But technology is advancing and people want more. I want more as an executive producer, creator of Top Model. As a team, we're always thinking, what's new? What's next? How can we incorporate technology there and wow not only the Top Model fan, but people that will be coming to Top Model anew? And I feel like we found it. We've incorporated living photos, Flixels.
Incredible.
Wow. That is amazing and makes a lot of sense because it seems like a lot of moves Tyra is making this cycle is to pad her own personal portfolio.
Sure is.
Also, if you only listen and never view this presentation, Tyra picked 4 photos from Top Model's history to talk about static photography, and they were Pink Dust Spray Allison, Snake Elise, Cycle 1.
Leela Waterfall.
Leela, yeah. And then finally, Isis on the hot air balloon.
Did your brain also make the little rope ladder swing back and forth?
That's exactly why I think she did it. I think she was like, this snake could have moved, the water could have moved. What is moving on Allison's color
dust
spray?
coming onto her face.
And blowing it at her.
Keith
yes.
Major.
But I'm going to say, I think Tyra doesn't understand that Flixel was the company.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tyra thought these were Flixels.
Yeah.
I'm with you. However, we know Tyra loves to just say a word over and over until we are convinced
Yes.
it's a thing.
Yes.
So I think she is also savvy enough to be like, if I just say it's a Flixel, eventually people will be like, guess it is.
Flixel.
I guess it's a Flixel.
Mm-hmm. Gonna flood the market.
Yeah, this Flixel was started by these 2 people that didn't know how to make apps and then hired someone to make an app who didn't know how to make this kind of app. And then it became a thing.
That's the American dream, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this, though. If this had been one photo shoot, I would have been like, this is cool. Like,
Yes.
sometimes
Yes.
they turn out super cool.
Like the 360 thing from British Invasion. If they had done it once.
It's just because the problem is going to be, now every photo shoot has to have something moving, and they're going to run out, because we see it in this episode, they're going to run out of cool things to do.
Yeah.
Well, it also has the effect of making the models in the photo the least interesting part. Like the
Yes.
focus of the photo becomes the background.
Your eyes are naturally going to go to the thing in motion.
Mhm.
Well, because, spoiler alert, they start looking like cardboard cutouts of things.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. And then we find out that this cycle does not have a real makeup artist because Tyra is going to be there at every shoot, deciding on the makeup and applying some of it.
2, she's so bored.
See, I assume this is going to lead us to the MLM.
I mean, I also think that's happening, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
As we know with Tyra, sometimes the idea doesn't come first. Sometimes
True.
the action comes first, and she's like, "Well, I can do this." Because my immediate thought was like, "Oh god, this is MLM Tyra Beauty." But then I was like, "But I think she also literally is doing nothing."
Like the chicken and the egg, Tyra is always the marketing versus the product.
Uh-huh.
Which came first?
Look, she's single. She's got no talk show. What's a woman to do?
Slap layers on Gianna. Layers.
Oh.
Announcing first, I need to put heavy makeup on you.
The nose contour on Gianna's face.
Well, I guess we know why Tyra is so committed to those 2 black eyes on her own face because she immediately gives them to Gianna.
When Tyra faces Gianna into the mirror, it was fully Cher in burlesque telling Christina Aguilera.
See, now that's beautiful.
Also, what was Phil saying that had to be visually bleeped?
But not audio. We couldn't hear the audio. What did he enunciate? Fuck.
Or did he just start doing like the blowjob motion?
We get reminded in a rapid pace some of the ships the show is trying to sell us on.
Uh-huh.
Chris H, who's not been in this episode, truly.
No,
Chris
thankfully.
H and Nina are just like, we like each other. And you're like, okay. And then Mike is cute because he takes out the trash.
Not wrong.
I mean,
Yep. And then someone asked Corey who would he get with, and he said, none of y'all.
Correct answer.
correct.
Leah also just like objectifies Mike with no subtlety. She's like, shake your ass at me. This all had a very like summer camp vibe to me, the way everybody was lying on top of each other.
Real drama class vibe.
Mhm.
We heard from Verge on Her Where Are They Now that everyone got along really well. I think they do for the most part. I think a lot of these folks don't mind chilling.
The photographer is Johnny's friend Doug.
Johnny got another play date.
Douglas was Douglas Friedman. I wrote Friendman, I just realized. Aw. Douglas Friendman, who got a new haircut, and now, because Tyra leaves at some point, Johnny and Doug are going to be doing duo interviews that normally would be Johnny and Tyra. It's the Mr. J and Tyra moment.
Yeah.
But now it's Johnny and Douglas.
But also, Douglas is in on branding hats because his hat says the 405, so LA.
That's maybe every friend of Johnny's gets a hat on their birthday.
Aww.
And this is where we discover that alternative wedding means themes. And our first one is Jeremy and Jordan and their quote unquote nudist wedding.
And Jeremy?
And Jeremy seems to think that virgin equals never nude.
But also, why is Jeremy in full pants? Why was he not in a pair of underwear?
Like Jordan has to be?
Like Jordan has to be. Also, not to shame anyone's body, Jeremy has very flat nipples. They look tattooed on.
Could have just used a little makeup.
Maybe.
And they start out as the dull, and look, Jordan's going through something that we'll hear about. But the lack of modeling that the two of them start with, I'm just like, y'all, the cameras are flashing.
In a way, this photo shoot is inevitable because it's hetero season or whatever.
Sure.
But it also seems
Happy Pride!
It also seems like a way to force Jordan to relive trauma.
Yeah. And Johnny, this is not a good look. Johnny helps with that.
Yeah. Johnny is one of those people who, like, thinks everyone's gonna have a cool, funny reaction to what he says. And then when they don't, he's like, yeah, but he probably sucked anyway, right? And he's like, oh, wrap it up. Oh, no way to take it back? Got it. Already hurt you? Too far? All right.
Johnny is not here to be bored. Because he's like, could you look like you're in love with each other? And Jeremy's like, we're trying. And he just goes, try harder.
That was the most Mr. J he's been.
Jordan is a very pretty crier. Gotta be said.
She is. You couldn't put two more milquetoast people in a picture, huh?
Oh my God, and it's very, somehow these two youthful, very good looking people turn into American Gothic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. It felt like they told them to only stare forward. There's a lot of staring forward in all of these photos.
Why can't they look at each other?
Yeah.
This is when we meet Mark Hamza, our co-founder of Flixel, who is doing live Flixeling.
Also, this felt, I don't know if y'all felt this way or if this is just a personal putting it on there. It really gave the vibe of Johnny and Douglas are a couple who are sidling up to Mark on the couch.
Yep.
Absolutely, yes.
Like it's their wedding plan.
Yes.
And they're like, this is the photographer meeting. Absolutely.
And they're just like, hey, so like we have a huge bed.
It's round.
Oh, you were making them a third.
Yes.
I was hiring a Flixel wedding photographer.
They were hitting on Mark.
If you go on Mark Hamza's LinkedIn, you will find that today he is co-founder and co-CEO of a company called Fun Day.
Mm-hmm.
This is the description of Fun Day from LinkedIn. Fun Day is your strategic and creative partner. We believe you won't perform at your best if you're not having fun. And you can't have fun if you're not performing. We believe that this creates the best client plus agency relationships and the best way to make great work.
Cool.
It should surprise no one that Mark Hamza sucks. When, in an interview for Medium, they asked what new exciting projects they're working on. And he said, the most exciting project that is underway is GMGN Supply Company, the very first consumer packaged CPG DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It takes a very democratic approach to the consumer packaged goods industry. The goal of GMGN is to bring more transparency, healthier products, and mindfulness of the environment to the industry. And so with the introduction of GMGN, specifically through the structure of DAO, we are trying to experiment with the changing organizational culture and processes and governance. GMGN Supply Company is a Web3 business model where members of the DAO are owners and can vote on major decisions from what they eat to what packages are being sold. GMGN is well understood Web3 speak for good morning and good night, and it broadly represents the sense of unity that is being cultivated between Web3 natives in the new borderless and hyper-connected world. In addition to community participation via the DAO, GMGN will foster Web3 collaboration with each brand it develops. Each box of GM cereal will include rewards like an NFT, token airdrop, merch, or collaboration to further fuel community participation. Ugh.
Gotta love a Mark Zuckerberg with no good ideas. We just brought the photo to life, guys.
Damn it. Hannah Jane, I waited through that entire paragraph to get to say that. How
You
dare
wanna say it now?
No, you earned it. You got it before I did. We just
That's
brought
okay.
a photo to life.
Because this is my last moment of sanity. Because our next couple is Mike and Alexandra, who get shotgun wedding, and you're like, oh, that's a thing I've heard of. That's a thing that seems like it's very easy to do. Except the reveals on this shoot. Alexandra has her fake belly. Everything is making sense. And then we see a child in this shot. A gorgeous child. It has
You know
to
who
be
this
said.
is? You know who this is?
Who is it?
This is the little girl that is working. She was Zoe Kravitz's daughter in Big Little Lies. She was in Marry Me. She was the lead of My Spy with Dave Bautista. And she was most recently in the Dungeons and Dragons movie as a very large part. So this adorable little girl is working.
Yeah, also does a great job modeling. Not surprised that she's that successful.
No.
Okay, but
Except
a shotgun
then-
wedding is not...
No.
But then
There have to be no actual children yet for it to be a shotgun wedding, except somehow in this couple, there are 3 children who exist and 1 on the way.
yeah, because there's another child that appears at some point, and then the baby carriage with the implication there's a baby inside.
Yeah.
Did her dad just come back into her life?
Also, Alexandra right beforehand says, I'm worried about being paired with Mike because he's not a good model. And you're like, what?
Alexandra is just here to call the show out on its bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm slowly falling for Alex.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, it was just a full, huh?
and then y'all, it's time. And you know who's the true culprit? Sweet, short, gay Chris S. Because Tyra accidentally says booch.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris
Tippy
S goes,
tumbles right into it.
I like that. And then Tyra and him do an E.T. fierce finger. Fierce. And I'm like, Chris, no.
He's not a model basic anymore. We can blame him for booch.
Except it
can't
becomes a
believe
good thing because at first Tyra says she doesn't want to see sweet boys booching.
Sweet boys are not hot ticket boys. No.
And then Chris S was like, no, booching's great. And Tyra's like, I guess so. I'm like, it's actually so funny to watch the real-time mercurial way that Tyra's branding mind works. She's like, no, booching bad. And everyone's like, ooh, sounds fun. And she's like, booching's great. I've always been a big fan. Chris, I'm going to eliminate you so you don't have time to file a copyright claim on booch.
We get Gianna and Kanani in our first same-sex wedding.
The blush on Kanani's cheeks.
Whole
They
makeup
both look
job.
hot, though.
Yeah. Hot couple alert.
Hot
Yeah.
couple alert. And then we get the classic alternative wedding of tattoo wedding
Biker wedding.
with forehead tattoos.
I love that one of Corey's, because it's Corey and Clea, one of Corey's tattoos is a head tattoo that says Clea.
And Clea has one that says Corey.
Corey.
Perfect.
My favorite quote from Johnny this episode is, "You guys look amazing. You look like me."
No, it's a good look without the forehead tattoos.
I'm just going to drop this right here because unfortunately, Clea is brought in by the show to continue this Corey isn't masculine narrative.
Yeah.
And the show sets Corey up to fail later by putting him in what is the traditionally feminine position on the bike.
The quote, bitch seat.
Because if they're trying to get him to be more masculine, they would have him controlling the bike and Clea holding on to him.
Now, my thinking is, it's actually, for me, hotter that she's in control.
Oh, way hotter. Yeah.
To play around with this masculine, feminine between them.
But that's not what the show wants to do.
Of course not.
The show is setting him up so they can punish him later.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. This photo, I think, turns out really good. And
Agreed.
I really like it. It's just
100%.
not what the show wants from either of them. Well, and also, Clea's made a powerful enemy.
Yeah.
True.
Then we get Dawn and Chris H.
And here's another decent moment for Dawn, because Dawn's just like, I don't mind it. It's a job.
Yeah.
You know what Dawn is? Dawn is actually someone who is secure in his sexuality, because he's like, yeah, I'll kiss a dude. It's a job. I want to win a modeling competition. It's not going to make me less straight.
Because apparently Chris off screen to Dawn was like, ew, gross. We have to touch each other.
I hope we don't have to kiss.
And then they cast Corey as a young father of Chris H.
Yeah, now we're getting bonus people in photos.
I think Johnny's getting bored.
They call them extras, which is insane because they take over the photos.
Yes.
And this is where we haven't gotten a good like top model vocab in a while. But in the same way that blonde means ethereal, glasses mean dad.
Oh, for sure.
On a man.
On a man. I also, at one point, they have Dawn proposing to Chris at the altar.
Yeah.
This feels more shotgun wedding. Like it's happening just now.
Like the father's like, you better.
It really marry. Changes the you put those babies in his butt. You better marry him.
It's amazing how that position could have changed the entire meaning of every part of the photo. I will say this about the wedding ones that are the same gendered pairings. I like the styling. I think they actually chose outfits that a same gendered couple would maybe actually consider wearing.
Yes, I agree.
Which was nice. It wasn't just because I was like, oh, I've seen that white suit, black suit look at a gay wedding before. I've seen that moment. I've seen the traditional wedding dress with the more like feminine suit for a lesbian wedding. I've seen this.
But then we have a made-up wedding.
This is a TLC wedding.
It sure is. My Weird Sex Life. With Phil getting an objectophilia wedding, which according to the National Institute of Health, objectophilia, also known as objectum sexuality, involves romantic and sexual attraction to specific objects. Objectophiles often develop deep and enduring emotional, romantic, and sexual relationships with specific inanimate, concrete, or abstract objects such as trains, bridges, cars, or words. I want to marry and have a sexual relationship with the word amalgamation.
Ooh, that would be a poly relationship, though.
Yes.
I have a lot of questions about this.
What?
Really?
Do you, Hannah?
It might not be the questions you're thinking, though. Not about the concept. The relationship between Phil and the remote, because that's what Phil is in love with at his wedding.
Yes.
Is very clear. My question is, what role is this television playing?
Is the television the remote's parent?
I said mother of the bride.
I was like, it's either officiating or yes, the TV is the parent of the remote.
I love that Johnny asked Doug to define for the audience what this is, and Doug almost says exactly what Lex just said, which makes me think this was a Douglas's idea.
Yeah.
First of all, of course they give this to Phil, and of course, but Phil's, while they're explaining it to Phil, it's a rare moment of Phil being like, what? Because Phil, this is harder. You don't get to interact with anyone.
Well, let me see the remote because it has buttons.
Pushing all your buttons, babe, and play.
And I know that's inside, so it would have been tough, but actually doing it with like a car would have been so much cooler because that's like a sexy thing.
I mean, I'm shocked it wasn't like a body pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Sex doll, just a full classic blow up doll.
And then we get,
Oh my God.
because we did this, we are forced into a group shot.
But it becomes an even bigger group shot.
It becomes half the cast almost.
Because Nina, Marvin, and Bianca get group wedding.
What is this styling?
They are styled in a way that I think the show is indicating to mean Amish.
Is it though? Because they have more like those, like, you know, in the 50s and 60s when a woman would drive in a convertible and would tie down her hair with a kerchief.
That's not what they were seeing, as we will find out later.
Well, obviously, but but at the shoot is what it gave to me.
Sister wives.
It's very sister wives, but the implication was that over the top, conservative, backwoods, never seen a technology thing.
But as Alexandra herself calls out, they get 3 extras seated in front of the people whose photo this actually is, styled in the exact same way as the 2 main women.
Yeah. And they're also going to be the Flixel, which means your eyes are going to go to them because it's one of the wildest Flixels we're going to get of them swaying back and forth.
And Alexandra just full says, "Oh, so you guys want Bianca to go home?"
Uh-huh.
Her exact quote is, "How Bianca is going to shine through that is confusing to me."
Nina says to Marvin, "You're a little man whore." Okay, let's get a Flixel. Creep sway.
I saw Gianna doing the sway before I remembered in my brain that a Flixel was happening. I was like, Gianna, stop moving. I was like, oh, I get what's happening now.
And then finally.
How is this the worst one?
Chris and Renee doing hip hop wedding. But oh, no. Wait. She's a virgin from Connecticut. And he's got a grill. Is your mind blown?
Yeah. Top Model was like, we're going to do this, but we're going to start the conversation. Because
no one should ever let Tyra start conversations.
We need her to stop conversations. And because the ADR on this is always very suspicious, because it feels to me like if you had told me AI had created Chris S. saying this, I would have believed you from other syllables he had said, because they keep making them say mixed race hip-hop couple. And I'm like, but you didn't say that about any of the other ones. Like, there's tons of relationships that we've seen on display where the races are not the same.
I just wrote, "Do not do this to my sweet baby angels."
Yes!
They
my favorites!
They have a lovely relationship. Why do this to them?
And group shot alert.
Oh my God.
Kanani, Mike, and Jeremy. Jeremy, the most uncomfortable he's ever been. Kanani living her best life.
Kanani is loving this.
Good for you, Jeremy, for knowing that you should be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But they're literally like making it rain.
It's just. Oh
but I love Kanani having the time of her.
Just in the front
He's the star of the eventual photo.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
New skull mail format.
Yeah, for real.
Very horror. Very.
V horror.
V horror. I was scared.
No one is safe.
Oh, my abs hurt. I was laughing so hard. Very horror.
It seems like some gay fun was happening that we don't get to see.
Oh, yeah. There was a costume parade, some character work.
Alex had a sparkle bra and fur coat on.
Nina's got 2 great big pigtails and a lollipop. Phil is wearing 2 macrame vests, which might just be Phil.
That's just him. He wasn't participating in the fun.
Oh, you know Phil saw macrame and he launched himself at it.
Jeremy has a neon yellow sweatband around the head that was definitely for a character of some kind.
Yeah. And then my favorite captions crunch of man number 2.
We get so much of that. It's so good. Woman groans.
And then Mike drinks like I used to drink when I was in college and drinks from a mug. And at first, because they don't define it, it actually looks like he's drinking coffee for a split second. I was like, Mike, it is too late in the day.
Well, you see a shot of him pouring red wine into a wine glass.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then we discover that no, he's choosing to drink the wine out of a mug.
And then apparently he drinks 9 mugs full. 9? Like, he's drunk. He's falling
Wasted.
over.
Yeah, and it's always rough to see someone that big have that little control over their physical person.
Uh-huh. So then Bianca and Mike go into the talking head room.
After he shatters his mug and cuts his toe and makes the kitchen unsafe for everyone.
I love the person who's like, girls, watch your feet.
And then they kiss.
Mhm. And then she goes to sleep in her bed in another room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I have a question, a would you rather kind of question. Which was worse, Mike spitting on himself or the man in the moon Rob Evans photo that's next to him?
Rob Evans.
Rob, always worse. Come on.
Nina says that Mike is a questionable drunk, and that is my new favorite way to describe someone.
And then another good post moment, there's a snore transition. Mike snoring sends us to commercial.
Because he passes out in the talking head room.
Mhm.
And then a relevant Tyra photo.
Without
Her
Rob.
in a wedding gown.
This photo is wild.
It is, but I will say it. I have said Tyra is not a good photo model. This is the best photo she's taken in years.
This is gorgeous.
The craziest thing to me about this photo,
Flixel.
No, it's not the Flixel. So she's holding up her wedding veil like she's trying to break out of the institution of marriage.
Sure.
But she flipped all of her rings so they are
Yes.
facing towards the camera, which makes it look like her hands are on backwards.
It's true. That is true. But at least her face looks good.
I know. These hands killed me. I couldn't handle it.
I just love it. I missed the days of relevant Tyra photos.
Extremely fair.
And if a new investment in a business is what it takes, I will take it.
Now, the outfit with the dress, fine. We need to talk about new hair. What?
I'm going to give the dress more than that. I think this dress was actually a great look.
Okay.
Flattering.
Neck down, I was like, this is classic and nice.
When you pair it with the hair, it becomes Mars Attacks Alien
Yeah.
passing as flight attendant.
Uh-huh.
It just feels cartoonish.
I'm just going to say right now, before we even get into it, this may be the worst panel in 20 cycles of
Uh-huh.
the show.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
It is unrelenting at a certain point.
Before we get to those comments, the judges got a style brief
Mm-hmm.
of hats of their fathers.
Day.
Kelly's father was Judy Garland singing Get Happy.
Sure.
Tyra's father was a Supreme.
Mhm.
Rob's father was a cabbie. And Brian Boy's father was a fisherman who was hit by a group of fun-loving teenagers in their car, but managed to survive and take his revenge on them with his trusty hook.
Love that.
A very accurate portrayal of all of them.
Tyra opens judging
Yes.
by saying, "This room that I have been standing in has now hit the 20th cycle."
That I have been standing in for 20 years?
Do you think judging Tyra is actually a whole different Tyra? That she just keeps in that room the whole time?
It's like an Us situation.
Yes.
I like that.
Mhm.
I like that.
But also, Tyra, the room has canonically changed. I guess it didn't this time, but
You
like...
weren't always in this state.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've often also gone overseas. There's so many rooms. This is the moment where we realize that Alexandra is just going to be Alex.
Mhm.
She is called up as Alex. Tyra said rebrand.
Also, there's no description of judging. Gone.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Her comrades. My lovely comrades.
And that's it.
Mhm.
Alex and Mike come up.
Also, this judging is odd because of the scoring system.
Yes.
They talk about the photo individually, give individual scores, and then re-talk about the photo again from the perspective of the other person and get their scores.
It's so weird.
It was
And a
very
lot
confusing.
of the time, when you're Kelly Catrone, the photo has nothing to do with the score.
Nothing to do with the score. Or Rob.
Mhm.
Rob says very little this episode.
In Rob's cereal today. I'm sorry. He is so pissy about having to be there, is what it feels like.
It feels like Tyra and Rob broke up, or they're not having sex anymore. And
are still forced to work together.
Yes.
It does kind of have the energy of that couple when that happens.
Because they are very much not looking at each other anymore.
No.
Have we ever had a duo shot where one person was serving so hard and the other person was so flop city?
I don't know. He looks like he is impregnating her here.
She looks amazing.
She looks great.
She looks so good. She truly is serving. And it looks like he doesn't know he's on camera.
Yeah.
No.
It looks like a between the photo moment. He's so, like, the kids are so cute. She's so great.
Like, cut
the
him out and
Flixel
this
is
photo's
wild.
Great. The Flixel of pushing the carriage back and forth is so creepy.
So funny.
Because her hand is also, like, coming off.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish that you could add sound effects and it would just be like...
I actually, new pitch for the Flixel, the baby in the carriage is popping up and down.
the new Flixel is eliminating Mike from the picture. He's like the ghost dad.
Well, my fan of the week is Nikki, who says, Mike looks like a prop that doesn't want to be there.
I'll say this about all the social media stuff. Glow Up from last cycle.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
less oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
The font choices, for the most part, are more normal.
Yeah.
They cover less of the photo. And the quotes themselves are better.
The comments seem much more photo-based so far.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we edit out moments we don't need. Like, we didn't need Brian Boy every single time being like, and here's a blank from blank. We just cut to the video sometimes. And it's such more seamless
Here's a comment.
editing.
Well, also because he can't
Let's
say
not
names.
have Brian Boy say names.
Tyra said, nerd, tooch, glasses, no gooch.
I love that she was like, as soon as you put on glasses, you're a character. Are you nerd? And I'm like, how is nerd a classic shotgun wedding character?
Mm-hmm. The most virile nerd in the world.
Most potent sperm come from nerds.
Rob somehow gives Mike and Alexandra the same score.
How?
What?
I don't know why the panel doesn't like Alex, because this photo, this might be my number one photo. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Also, I just realized the implication of this photo is that Alex, maybe it is a shotgun wedding because these are Alex's previous children to someone else.
Maybe.
It's just, here's the thing. You just didn't need all the kids.
No.
You just didn't need them.
She just could have been pregnant.
I would have even been okay if they'd kept the carriage and the just married, because maybe the implication is they balled it full. It was just for the
baby.
wedding. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Sure.
Yikes. All right. Chris S. and Renee.
Tyra describes this relationship for us by saying, so you were like the Connecticut sweet girl, different sides of the tracks.
What?
I've got to say, the Flixel is at its best mostly because, again, Kanani living her life.
Oh, yeah.
And Mike is so much better doing this.
Yes. This is where I think the Flixel works actually well. Mostly because even though it distracts from them in the middle, it looks like a GIF, and they don't look still, they look posed.
Mm-hmm.
I also really like that Jeremy is just looking at the money.
Yeah.
Don't look here, don't look over there, just look at the money.
And it's almost like, because there's so much motion happening, your eyes in some way do go to the still part of the photo in a way. Like, if you told me someone actually did this for their wedding, maybe not with these props and stuff, but if someone actually did this for a wedding photo, I'd be like, sure.
Why would you ever make Chris do this? This is a professional model who knows what he's getting hired for. And also who Tyra knows what he's getting. Like, Tyra knows how this man is going to work because she tells us.
Yes.
Why make him do this?
Also, he's not that bad.
No.
The worst part is that despite everything, his face looks great face on.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got bone structure to cut diamonds with.
Those diamond grill that he's wearing.
But
apparently men are never supposed to move their hips in modeling.
Oh, no.
This was so fucking stupid. So it starts off with Kelly telling Chris that he looks like a lesbian.
Because of course she does.
Which, by the way, she's going to call every single gay man a lesbian.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyra tells Chris not to, even though she took Booch away from him.
Stole that copyright, yep.
She said, no. You need to be up and down straight. Don't pop that hip. Don't do a hip suit or whatever. Like,
This area, when a man is modeling, has to be neutral, is what she says.
And the funniest part is looking at the photo itself of the two, objectively taking away all the wrongness with the theme. Chris is better than Renee in this.
He is.
Yeah.
Renee's doing nothing.
I hate that she gets called out for being hoochie because
Tyra
she's not
makes
even
no sense.
deems it.
she's not even doing enough for that to
No.
be true.
No, Renee looks like an actual prop that
Yeah.
like Chris is having to hold up.
Well, that's just what happens when you wear a dress where the line cuts off right beneath your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, Tyra screaming hoochie during Renee was not a good look.
Mm-mm.
It just also doesn't make sense.
No.
Wild. Kanani and Gianna are next.
Right before we move on, it made me, because we're going to get so little of him, when Chris S. heard his scores, he was like, oh,
Mm.
it was so sad. He knows.
I liked Kanani's panel outfit. I
Yes.
just wanted to say.
Yes.
Kanani's got good style, I think.
Mhm.
She's also got fun style.
The flixel of the flower petals apparating from the child's hands is so weird. It looks like she's doing the worst magic trick.
I also
It
just
seems
love the
like
idea
she
of a
just
wedding that's
She just crushed the flower and opened it up like a signal to all the other roses to not fuck with her.
I also love the idea of a wedding photo. Would you ever take a wedding photo of just the spouses and the flower girl, unless it was their child?
I guess that's the assumption.
Both of them look
So
Gore
fucking hot.
just...
And the
Gianna's better for sure. It's more interesting for Gianna, but
Sure.
Kanani's face. Woohoo!
and they're the only couple so far with chemistry in the photo.
Oh, you believe this is a couple?
hmm
And the fact that Gianna's serving despite the Tyra makeup, it also feels like I think someone went and erased some of it because it does not look as dark underneath as it did when Tyra applied it.
Maybe that's the flixel. That's what the flixel should have been the makeup coming in and out.
But yeah, they're both stunning, and I do not understand the critique that Kanani gets.
No, and Kelly has decided she's just throwing fives around. Everyone's going to just basically get a 5 from Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly's learned the power of a 5 to hurt somebody. I did like, even though I disagree with it, from Fan Grace, Kanani looks like an unhappy cake topper. That's a funny line, Grace.
Corey and Clea are next. The smoke flixel, good. This is what the flixel should be.
Subtle and interesting.
Yeah.
hmm
Kelly hates gays.
How is this a serious question? I don't even want to repeat it.
No, I don't think you need
No.
to.
Yeah.
And Corey's response is just like, no, I was what the brief called for.
hmm
I'll give Tyra some credit.
Yes.
Tyra and the fans disagree with Rob and Kelly.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank God.
Thank the Lord.
Because this photo is Corey's straight on face is
Oh,
amazing.
Gorgeous.
He looks good despite the head tattoo.
Mhm.
exactly.
And Clea's is fine.
I don't,
She
it-
does
She
not
looks kinda hot.
particularly
I think-
activated.
Her leg looks pretty great.
yeah, I just think like it works as a picture. Like
Yes.
I understand the story from this picture.
Yeah, and I think there's chemistry. Once again, even though they're both facing the camera full on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's a relationship here.
hmm
Man, they gave Clea rough makeup though.
Oh yeah.
I feel
they
like
do.
Clea needed a lip.
Yes.
Yeah.
for
Well, they
sure.
gave Corey a lip.
Yeah.
So Kelly brings up the quote rudeness about Clea.
hmm
Clea does not back down.
Nope.
She was like, oh, I'll say exactly what I said again.
And then when giving scores, Rob gives Clea an 8, which was nice,
Uh-huh.
even though he was awful with Corey, as
Yeah.
he's going to be for the rest of the cycle.
Yeah.
And then Kelly says, "You're actually a beautiful girl, but you have a foul mouth."
Foul. What she said, not a single foul word.
Nope. So I'm going to have that 8 and give you a 4
A 4.
because I don't like you.
So this is where Tyra needed to step in and say, we're judging the photo.
Yeah.
Like now it's because now you could theoretically get away before with letting Kelly give this kind of score, right?
Yeah.
Because she didn't justify it. But now she's
Yeah.
just fully saying the quiet part out loud.
Mhm.
I'm just going to tank scores of people I don't like.
Yes.
Also calls this photo busted, which it wasn't.
No.
Phil is next.
Out of context, the line, "It's not very convincing that you're married to the remote," is hilarious.
Guys, I think it's fine.
I don't hate it. It's fine, yeah.
Flixel of the TV statics, no, is
It's fine.
good.
Yeah.
It looks like a still from a Fall Out Boy music video.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fun.
Yeah, I don't.
I was also a little surprised that Brian Boy was like, Phil has one of the lowest social media scores. And I was like, you'd think social media would love someone like Phil. I was
Right.
very surprised by that.
And then, did you see what Tyra was holding?
Yes.
It is a cheat sheet of
Uh-huh.
the contestants'
Uh-huh.
names.
That's what it was. I couldn't tell.
The teeniest, tiniest headshot thing with little names on the bottom.
She didn't know who these people are.
Didn't figure that out. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was like, 16.
Oh, that's why she's saying Alex, because Alexander doesn't fit.
Yes. But yeah, I think this photo's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't going to get top scores or anything for me, but also Phil had one of the hardest things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
And I like that it's like, I think the it's a cool photo, right? With like the red background. It seems a little like it's a little dangerously sexy. And like, what
Yeah.
was he supposed to do?
Yeah, no one's
Ira.
going to look at this and be like, oh, he's married to the remote. Like, that's not, you can't portray that.
No, he's the creepy video guy at the wedding.
Yeah. You want to see some behind the scenes footage
Like what?
of what?
What did Tyra want him to do with? Did she want him to put it down his pants or like in his mouth?
No, Tyra
Yes.
was like, "Oh, you gotta caress and look at it adoringly." I'm like, or put a little veil on it.
I would have loved a
Put
tiny
a ring
veil.
on that button.
Then we get the other. But why is okay? Question. This photo of Chris H and Dawn is called the gay wedding,
Mhm.
and then the Gianna and
I think
and
they're
Kanani.
They're both Tyron same sex, but allowed. Kanani and Gianna are same sex, and Chris and Dawn are gay.
Yeah,
I think there's sometimes hesitation with straight folks to say lesbian. I know that sounds stupid, but people like got comfortable at some point saying gay wedding. But you hear so few people
Maybe
say
it's
lesbian
because
wedding.
Kelly only uses the word lesbian as an insult. In
As
this
an
episode.
insult, yeah.
she thinks it's a foul word. Yeah.
This is the part of the episode where I gave up.
I
Don't
get
know
that.
about y'all.
Let's talk about the fun thing of the Flixel, which is wild because
Corey's a star. This shaky hand is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Nah,
as
I'm mad.
they didn't do a single bit of makeup on Corey, so he
Nope.
looks younger than the two in the photo.
Very
Uh-huh.
much so.
It looks like just a friend that got cheated on.
Yes.
It looks like a younger brother being like, kissing's gross.
I don't understand why they like this photo because I think this photo is pretty bad.
I don't understand why they like Chris so much specifically.
It's just the photo's too actual wedding photo
Yes.
and not a
Hmm.
fashion interpretation of wedding.
Mhm.
It just looked like if you showed me this out of context, I'd be like, oh, this is a gorgeous little
Without
wedding photo.
Corey.
Well, no, if you showed me that, I'd be like, guys, what was your wedding like? But, you know, it's a fine engagement/wedding photo.
Yes, fine.
Didn't know that it was possible for two straight men to put their arms around each other. And he's so convinced. He wouldn't have known they weren't gay if he didn't know they weren't gay.
And Kelly's been to lots of gay weddings. Lots.
So
she
many.
has so many gay
Oh
friends.
my
You can
God.
tell by the way I look.
Now, you can tell by the way she says 5. And I'm like, counting's a weird thing to do.
I've liked Chris in previous photos. I think Chris is a good model. For me, he's doing nothing here.
He's doing nothing. He's
I
sliding
think Dom
his...
looks hot.
Yeah, Don looks hot, but his face is kind of dead.
He's just not, neither of them are doing
anything.
And the
Yeah.
problem is you have such a great character actor beside of them that this
Yes.
becomes Corey's photo.
And then we get the phrase, Don's chest is gay pride.
New pride drop. Wake up, everybody.
Is he Pride Bear? Why?
I mean, this is very
This is out.
of the
This
time.
is here.
This praise for straight men and their courage in being gay is very of the time. Thankfully, we don't hear that as much anymore.
Thank God.
No, now it's the least you can do.
Yeah.
I will say, I always would prefer, no matter when it happens, for them to celebrate straight men being okay with portraying a gay character. You know what I mean? Like, it's still preferred than the Kelly, you look like a lesbian Converse stuff, you know?
Sure, but this whole like, oh my God, these brave straights willing to stand next to each other.
And touch. Because they're not even doing anything. They're not having sex.
They could just be friends in this photo. Like, if you took off the tuxes and the wedding bower away.
Right.
But I do like our 3 named fan, Ash Hogan Chartier, saying, Dom, thank your mama because you're a gift.
That's fun. Do either of you have a friend who's a chest toucher in a photo? Every so often, and maybe this is more of a gay male thing, but I feel like everyone has like a chest touchy friend who that's their go-to pose in photos with a friend is to be like, oh, gentle chest touch.
I think it's to show like
gentle chest touch.
We're close, I assume. I don't have a chest toucher friend.
Really?
Not that I can nothing that stands out to me.
I'll let you borrow one of mine.
Okay, great. I'll steal that another one of your friends. Kelly gives this brave photo the infinite 8.
You can buy that at Zales.
Jeremy and Jordan are next.
Never have 2 people looked more like they were standing next to each other than Jeremy and Jordan.
This is the most nothing of a photo that has nothing, did nothing, nothing.
Slight disagree. I do think this very simple photo does show just how patently, naturally gorgeous Jordan is.
Yeah, it is impressive.
Agreed.
That straight on doing nothing, she's that beautiful.
Yeah. Jeremy's biggest problem is the squint.
Ugh.
Well, it's also because he has like a little bit of fat above his eyes that slightly push it down.
A heavier eyelid, for sure.
Yeah. I have it too.
Yeah.
But it means that if he squints at all, his eyes
gone.
disappear.
Right.
Well, I think a lot of these guys went to the Zoolander school for modeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be taught anything. From
No.
who? Rob? Come on.
Rob, who will just say you're not doing enough with your body, Jeremy.
I mean,
And he's not wrong here,
he's not
I
wrong.
guess.
No.
But
no.
like, I'm gonna give it like Jeremy's chest. Wooza. Like that is
Yeah.
a chest to rest your head on. But
Mm.
he's just not. They have no chemistry. They're not even holding hands.
Well, and her bouquet is so big, she just doesn't look nude.
That's my biggest problem is the whole theme was nudist.
Mhm.
And because there's so much covering them, which is kind of odd for a top model. Like they
Right?
do so many photos where they have to blur people out. And in this, he didn't have to blur anything because the grass is moving in front of them. So that's definitely covering them. And then she's so covered up that if she had a full dress on, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
It just needed some like cheeky, campy energy, both from
Mhm.
them and from the styling that it doesn't get.
I hate to say this probably needed extras.
Yeah.
One or 2 people in the
With
background
butts.
also nude or something.
or like being shocked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know we were going to a nudist wedding. That's perfect. That's the Flixel.
Covering their eyes. Like, whoop, whoop.
The kid in, and they're just covering the kid's eyes.
I mean, I was so glad the kid was not in this photo.
Oh, thank God.
Tyra has the insane suggestion that Jordan should have been pushing the bouquet out.
Here.
That is opposite advice that she's given about arm placement in every other cycle. Also, who holds a bouquet like that? She's holding it like you hold one, I tell you.
It's wild. Why would she ever like? So it was like a 3D picture? Well, it's coming at you.
Whoa.
Whoa. I do love Brian Boy's one good moment. Well, social media disagrees with all of our judges. Because I like
And
that.
that's
I like that
what
too.
you
Boy.
should be doing. That is the role.
That is
That is perfect because then Jordan's like, okay, well, that's good news for me. Like,
Mhm.
that's nice.
then Marvin, Bianca, Nina, Gianna, Alex.
Probably Corey in there too.
Yeah.
Jordan. I think Jordan was in this one.
Yes, Jordan was. The sway is what? The
So good.
The sway is amazing. Because also, like, why?
It's
They're
much
chanting?
slower than the other Flixels also.
And also, look at Alexandra's face. All pucker, all eyebrow.
And because of how it's animated, it looks like all of those torsos are just gently resting atop the legs.
I'm going to say a general review about this photo. No one looks great, but we were correct that Marvin looks way better straight on.
Oh yeah.
Sure. He is just so wildly overpraised for this photo that I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Does he stand out? Sure.
He's
Is
the
he
one
the only
man.
one who's not identically styled, standing directly in the middle? Also, yes.
And also, y'all, as soon as you look at the way that Nina, Bianca, and Marvin have intertwined their hands, you will never be able to look at anything else.
Oh my God.
I actually think Nina looks kind of fierce here.
I do too.
She looks kind of solemn, like she's looking off into something, or serious, or there's something interesting.
Yes.
It's giving me a little Tilda Swinton energy.
Yeah.
Bianca just looks like nothing, though.
Kelly tells Nina that you look like an 80-year-old woman who works in Russia in a potato field. And I say, yes, Kelly, that's the styling.
She looks like a babushka because she is a babushka.
Yeah, because that's what the styling team wrapped around her head.
And now Kelly is fighting with Brian Boy because Rob has checked out. So,
Yeah.
Well, and she and Rob agree here, so.
The fan is wrong. This fan is wrong.
Fans can be wrong?
There's no duck face in this photo.
That is weird. And at least Tyra says that.
And she calls it a Facebook duck face. Not even Instagram. Huh.
I also don't think that it's platform specific, even if it were there.
No.
Tyra says that if Marvin did any more in this photo, the female modeling generation would be at stake of extinction for this extremely mid photo.
He's just standing there. There's not even an expression on his face.
It's so wildly overpraised.
He is photogenic, yes. And now we've all finally seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can say that. That would have been the critique. Wow, straight on Marvin. You're a
This
stunner.
is it.
Yeah. I loved Nina shaking her head openly when Marvin is getting praised. I'm like, risky move, Nina, but I love you being like, no.
I was there.
Bad.
He's a sex pest.
Take it from me. I like Chris H. Oh, Nina, too much. Okay, bring it back.
He just punches people in the balls. Tyra says we have 16 models, but 14 photos.
And let's say right now, the social media averages on the whole are so much higher.
So much higher.
Something happened. Like, there was a different way they averaged or weighted these. Because in some ways I like it because they're like, there's an actual range here that seems generally to make sense.
It also just makes the fans seem nicer when the scores are generally higher.
Yeah, but don't worry. Racism still exists.
Sure does.
Marvin gets first call out with a 6-1.
One of the lowest.
Right?
Because he got 9-9-10 from the judges.
Dawn, 7-1. And this is where I was like, excuse me?
What?
Chris H gets a 6-1. And Gianna is the first female contestant at 4th with a 7-5.
We all
Which
love the
deserved.
mystery Gianna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then, praise be, because Alex gets a 7-7.
Then Corey with a 7-6.
Which social media came to rescue.
Mhm.
Jeremy, because he's hot, I guess,
And
Has it-
young.
a 7-6.
It's like your little puppy boyfriend.
I do wonder about, like, the audience of the show. And I don't think we need to make this a big discussion, but we're about to get into the Renee discussion, so we might as well talk about this. Because this is the first time that the audience of Top Model is voting on men.
Right.
The audience for Top Model is probably largely people who are attracted to men.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. It's a bit more than most shows.
Yeah.
You know. Then I wonder if they are just like, well, it's nice to vote on hot dudes. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes
It's
just
gonna be more
bare-chested
weighted.
Jeremy might be enough for some people.
Yeah.
Right now,
Well,
early.
Also, so far, the judges, I think, are generally being much kinder to the men than the women.
And it makes sense for this
Except
show.
Corey.
You don't want them. You don't
Except
want
Corey.
them.
But he's a lesbian, so it doesn't matter.
You don't want the men to do poorly, and then the whole show just be like, I guess guys can't.
Well, because the show keeps implying that Corey is not a real man because he's not masculine.
Right.
That's the message of the show.
Yeah. The second message is social media is still pretty racist because Renee, and look, Renee didn't have a good picture. Renee didn't have a good picture, but a 5-6 compared to all those others. I don't know.
Nina with a 7-2.
Quirkied her way into a pretty decent score.
And then get goddamn ready. Because
Kristen
Jordan,
wishes.
Jordan has a 7-9.
In the first week.
Brian Boy was right. They really did disagree with the judges.
Then Kanani with a 6-9. Also on the lower side.
Which is odd because I really like that photo.
Yeah.
Who fully dances. Kanani decides to take a moment to be happy.
And Clea with a 6-6. Also low.
Mm-hmm.
Clea's was one that, like, if it had a lower score, I'd be like, sure. Like, I liked it, but it was definitely, like, one of the
I'm
lesser
just saying
photos
for
me.
for the way this has been weighted now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of the lowest, for sure.
Yeah. And it's the women of color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Phil stays out of the bottom 3 with a 5-9, which is, I feel like it's so low because it's a weird photo that the fans are like, what is going
I don't know. As I said last episode, I did not love the vibes from Phil. I like him more in this episode than the last episode. We also get way less of him.
Yeah.
Phil just might be a small doses person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which leaves Chris S., Mike, and Bianca in the bottom.
And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I assumed that Mike and Bianca were going home because
Because-
the
What
show
should have
had
happened?
the show had also painted them as this couple. It had
Uh-huh.
shown Mike kind of at his worst.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, they're going home. It makes total sense. And then I'll probably get Chris S for another episode or something.
But Tyra was not going to let that happen to her discovery.
No,
Yeah.
because Tyra says that when she met Mike, she was too horny to choose a flavor.
She saw it on that summer day.
She,
But what's weird is that I feel like she gives Chris S the best compliment when she just
Oh, yeah.
describes him as a European model.
yes, but she also doesn't say Chris's name. She says Mike
We have
and
this
Bianca
beautiful boy.
and this beautiful boy, because I don't think she remembers his name.
Well, there
She
are two
probably could-
Chris's. She should have just said Chris. Got the highest chance of success.
Yep.
This beautiful boy that I feel has the face of European high fashion boys I used to model with in Milan, but had a photo that failed to be strong and hard. Yeah, because it's not what he's good at, as you've just said.
Nor was the photo supposed to be strong and hard.
Didn't feel like it.
He wasn't styled to be. He was styled
No.
to be like a caricature of a person.
Those golden locks? Come on.
So we get finale style. Because 3 of them are up there.
And I feel bad for our first eliminate Bianca because A, she got a 6-2, which is higher than either of these two dudes.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And also, she gets the least fanfare of any exit ever because she gets faded out, sort of hugged, and then dismissed and doesn't even get an exit interview.
Nope.
Oh my god, the only thing Tyra says to her is, "Thank you, give me a hug." That's it. And then at her exit for interview, she has to talk about Mike.
Yep.
And I mean, it's helpful for us because really hard to tell those two apart, but just kind of like boots Bianca out
Mm-hmm.
because now we have to get to the real meat of who's actually eliminated.
The person who does not see their name highlight.
Highlight. Not a word, Tyra. And they have the exact same score of a 5-4.
Which is the lowest of all of them.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
do always appreciate when the eliminee matches the fan eliminee.
Mhm.
Sure. There is a 1-point difference, though, in their actual scores
And
Because of the judge's critique.
because of the judges.
Yeah, because they were so much different in challenge score.
Oh my god.
But Chris, the judges just homophobia Chris right out of the competition.
Sure
Yep.
did.
I'm so sad he's gone so soon.
Me too. I thought we
He's like, I want a hug from my
mom.
mama. He's so cute.
And the contestants seem sad. I mean,
The
Nina's like
contestants
sobbing.
are bawling instantly.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
And I
want
will
Mike in the house any longer. Messy, questionable, drunk Mike.
I will say this. I don't specifically feel bad for Mike, but for any contestant, when you're the one who's saved and you know that everyone's crying about the other contestant, it must be a weird vibe to be
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Ugh.
So, are you ready for some average updates but wild trivia?
Yes.
Yes.
So, got 2 people to get through, so I'll be quick about it, but
Well, you don't
Get
have
ready.
to give any time to Bianca. She didn't get any time on the show.
so I want to give her because the
I'm
show
kidding,
won't.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. Trivia for both of them, though. Neither of them compete on the comeback series
Really?
because, and there's 2 rumors as to why. One is Bianca had a family emergency and decided to leave, but I do not know why that would affect
Sure.
Chris. And the other is that they only ever budgeted for 14, and that's why both 2 people were eliminated, and then they only did the photo shoots with 14 people.
Huh.
Hmm.
And I think that the show was only going to originally cast 14 contestants, and then at some point made the choice in the audition episode to do 16, and has been course correcting since that first episode.
And forgot silly things like budgets.
Mm-hmm. So that's awful for them. We'll literally never see them again. Bianca signed to Bianca Alexa.
Ooh. It's a
She's
villain
signed to-
name if I ever heard one.
Yeah. Next Model Management in Miami and LA Models. She was in Viva, Daily Express, Glamour, Ava, and Retreat, and she's modeled for Von Zipper Sunglasses, Colourpop Cosmetics, cool, Designer Shoe Warehouse, love, BB Dakota, and Neiman Marcus. So some recognizable brands for sure.
I
Mike
love
and
that you said the whole name of Designer Shoe Warehouse. I've literally never heard that before.
DS Dubs, got it.
Yeah.
Bianca and Mike did date for a few months after the show. So,
okay.
yeah.
It was real.
Here's some. Bianca is famous for being the most losing contestant of all time. God bless. Because apparently they never have 16 contestants again, so she's the lowest placing contestant. The only one to ever come in 16th.
Wow.
And then also, in addition to that, Gianna and her, for some reason, are the only finalists who never had their audition interviews aired or posted.
What?
So,
because they thought it was one person and then didn't get either?
Yeah, I don't know, but poor Bianca is just known as like
the losingest.
The
and
ghost
just kind of
Top model.
non-existent. Which makes me feel bad because like she was in 3 episodes.
And
like,
she was a storyline.
Mhm.
Kind of.
Then Chris Schellinger,
Mm-hmm.
and he is C. Schellinger on Instagram. And the bio reads, human being, actor, artist, educator, and list his management, which is a couple of different things. He was in magazines Spirit and Flesh, At Your Leisure, Culture Magazine Australia, FG and Composure. Did a lot of eyewear stuff. I think he wears glasses. Made Eyewear, Lyric Culture, Abbott and Maine, JCPenney, Hot Topic, and then also competed on the 14th season of American Idol.
Oh.
And from what I can tell, didn't make it far, but an image of him with a golden ticket jumping up and down was a really heavily used promo image for this season. So I think they literally was like, oh, we have a model.
Yeah,
And they
he's
used him
attractive.
as- yeah.
Crazy that he somehow never sang on his time on Top Model.
Well, Danny took too much screen.
And he also has released a couple of songs, and it's a good voice. It's a good voice. Some original music, a lot of covers. Some, again, devastating trivia about poor little Chris. He's famously the first guy contestant ever eliminated.
Yeah.
And then Chris H and he are the only models in ANTM history to have the same name on the same cycle. So this will only happen this time. And I guess this is sort of a spoiler for future cycles, but he's the shortest guy to ever compete on the show.
Good for him.
Most petite boy model petiting.
Could you imagine if they had a male petite cycle?
I mean,
I would watch it. ANTM Short Kings, yes please.
Yeah, to eulogize them. I mean, obviously, I think we have more feelings about sweet baby Chris.
Well, he made much more of an impression. Sorry, Bianca.
Yeah, well,
which is weird because Bianca like had more screen time, I think.
I think so, but it was just in the background of things you would see Chris being adorable.
Yeah, I'm really sad we did not get more time with this Chris.
Yeah.
I don't mind the fact that like one thing that's good is that even though they're the first eliminees and apparently some of the most losing people of all times, it's nice that since we had 3 episodes with them, I actually do feel something for both of them.
Yes.
Like, I won't forget who the first eliminee of this cycle is, I don't think, because we had time to get to know them, and that's the power of an audition episode, especially an extended one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad one of our romance storylines is gone.
So, especially with it being a quote-unquote triangle.
Yeah.
It was really nice to re-meet him, because I remember a decent amount about this cycle, I feel like, but I did not remember Chris S. So that was like a lovely surprise for me.
I appreciate that the show, even though it was very temporary, of the 8 guy contestants, at least 2 of them, while on the show, were openly queer gay men.
Yes.
I think that was nice and honestly a surprise.
Yeah.
Even though they're not treated well just because of it, I think Chris will be missed for me because I think the toxicity in the house was potentially lowered by his presence.
I absolutely agree.
And if the toxicity of your life is lowered by our
By
podcast,
us.
you should rate, review, and subscribe. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea, Spotify reviews. Keep climbing. Yay.
Tick, 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 tick.
We'll always take more reviews and ratings on Apple Podcasts. That's still a thing. That still helps. You can join our Discord. It's lovely. It's lovely there. They're talking about Drag Race right now.
Yeah. Talking about Flixels.
Flixels.
Love a Flixel, the Discord.
Especially, I don't peek my head in there, but spoiler talk, I go in and like clear the notifications.
Sure.
But I've glanced that like, they seem to be really excited about horrible things that we're going to encounter. So that makes me excited.
I love that the Discord fans are kind of our early edition.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, can't wait till our 3 hosts get to blank.
Are we the only podcast that has referenced early edition several times?
Multiple
Several
times. I hope
times,
so.
yeah.
I hope so.
You're welcome, Kyle Chandler.
I also want to say, again, this is our 250th episode. We've loved doing this podcast. It's been such a gift. I cannot believe I've done 250 of anything.
Yeah.
Truly.
We've given you so many hours of content.
Yes. And this was probably 2 more hours of content because this was a long one. Lots to talk about. Also, a fan we made a new logo, as we do for most cycles, if not all of them. And someone then made it into digital art with quotes on top of it.
Chef's kiss. You can also send us physical fan art at our P.O. Box or throw us an email in at podleadum@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on TikTok at JW Crump. Okay.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum and Clixel or Flixel. Revive that. I'm sure that's never
Bring
been
Flixel back and make the brand managers wild.
whenever you talk about us. So for PodLeadum, I have been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.